this girl. If you don't act to help her, she won't be human much longer. Slowly but surely, she will become a beast. There, behold the 13 towers. Elena, no doubt you're keen to return to your old self as soon as humanly possible. Still hideous, no matter how many times you see it, isn't it?
And once we get there, then
Come, let's not tarry here. No doubt the army are close behind. This chain. Take it. You need it to get hold of all that beast flesh. The flesh is for a ceremony, you see, to get her back to her old self.
Mavda, I want to go too.
I'll be back.
You'd best head off without delay.
Aaron, be careful.
Very well, we're finally in control. There we go. So, if you're wondering what kind of game is this, well, I'm not gonna tell you. The reason being is that I wanted to start from a title screen like many other games I did, but I said screw that, let's jump right into the game. Please, nobody in the chat tell what this game is if you know. Wait until the title actually pops up. Anyway. We move our control stick, we move our main character here, and we can enter our first tower. Let's examine the statue. It appears to be one of the gods of Eos. It bears a chain and a symbol of wood. Okay, so we can go this way, and there are some boxes here we can actually break. The game will tell us about this, but we can use the A button to attack. You break those boxes here, and unfortunately nothing good comes out of them. That's weird. Okay. Over here to the stairs. We shall find a medicine. We press C to pick up items, which can be kind of a weird thing. Usually you're used to the A button to perform such actions, but not in this game. C is the pick up item, pick up items from the ground. Other actions are performed with the A button, but C is dedicated to that for now. More boxes over here. We can actually attack them, and nothing comes out from them anymore. This door, let's see. We can't go through here, right? We cannot. I can't open it. It seems to be locked from the other side. Okay, it's not of our concern now. For now, we need to find some flesh for Elena. So, let's head over this door. Hopefully it'll be open. It is. Nice. More boxes for us to break. And over here, I think, yeah, there's a dried bear we can pick up. I suggest you explore everywhere in this room, because there's a lot of interesting things here. Lots of strange grains. And what's this? Another dietberry. Yay. This is kind of the tutorial of the game that will tell us the basics. And you should really explore all of it, because I know over here there's a lump of metal. Pretty interesting material. You don't find these very often. Is that it? Nothing else? Alright then, let's proceed on. Alright, here's our first enemy, and the game will tell us about combat. Attack with A, we already established that, but let's do it. Uh-oh, ouch. Don't do the rolling on me. Okay, we can guard with Z, pretty easy, just hold the button, there you go. You can parry up to 3 attacks, I think, and then your guard will break. And you can evade, I actually done that. I didn't mean to do that immediately. You can evade by holding Z and then pressing a direction. And that's generally better than blocking, because that renders you invulnerable for the entirety of the animation. Easy as that. So we just keep attacking this guy until he falls. He's not that strong anyway. Hoop, does that. A few sword slashes here. Come on. Whoop. And you're stronger than I thought. Okay, there you go. Tank falls flesh red. Target with cursor and press B. We're gonna use our Wii remote, since this is a Wii game. If you haven't guessed it so far. We target that, and we wave the Wii remote to get an item. In this case, we got a beast flesh. You better get used to it, Aaron. You're going to do that a lot. I've got the beast flesh now, I need to get back. Indeed. But before we do that, let's explore another lump of metal. That's nice. Anything else? More boxes over here. See if we find anything. It's very important that you explore every nook and cranny of this little area in the beginning of the game. Later on, you won't have the chances of exploring that much. And some medicine. That's nice. I mean, you will, but you won't stand around for too long, because you'll see why. As for now, I just want to take my time and be sure that I'm not missing anything here. Alright, the V tutorials, plus pause menu and select guide. Yes, we press plus to open our menu. There's a lot of stuff here. Most of them will be explained throughout the game, but I'm gonna go over a few really quickly. We have our status here. This is an RPG, action RPG, to be honest. So we have our statistics over here. We do have some settings over to this tab, and we have other stuff over here. What the game wants us to check is the guide here. There's all the commands in the game, and there's actually everything that you can do. You can actually spoil yourself with some of the later techniques anyway. I'm not gonna go over those. We're just gonna press B a bunch of times, and we're out of there. Alright, that's it. We got our beast flesh to give to Elena. Hopefully that will undo the curse. So all we gotta do is just to backtrack all the way to the beginning over here. And when prompted, we'll select Observatory. And since there will be a bunch of cutscene, I'll see you on the other side. Oops, sorry. You actually need to manually go over to the observatory. Oh well, it's no problem. There we go.
Aaron, you're back.
in peace, I see. So, have you brought us back flesh for the ceremony?
Yes.
Here. Go on now.
Oh,
Take a bite.
you want me to eat this?
Ah, I see what the problem is. Folks in this country are believers in Ios. You're forbidden to eat meat, aren't you? Now this little morsel is beast flesh, freshly cut from servant beasts.
Oh, what?
Ah. Come now, girl. Eat it down.
Elena.
But I've never eaten meat.
Well, if you don't eat it, your fate will be sealed. You'll grow more and more monstrous. And there'll be no happy ending for you and young Aaron.
Wait.
Elena!
That's it. The curse.
In the heart of the continent of Imperia lies the kingdom of Illyria. At its remotest edge, hundreds of leagues from the capital of Helicon, a forbidding wasteland stretches to the furthest horizon, Okanos. Deep within this desolate expanse, where none may set foot, the earth has been torn asunder to form a rift extending over thousands of leagues, known simply as the Scar. At its center, suspended above this fathomless fissure, are the 13 towers. Towers of all sizes, interlink and intertwine, each playing their part in the intricate design, fusing to become one single vast fortress. Held in place by 12 chains that grip the walls of the surrounding cliffs, the towers loom like a spider in its web, seeming to inhabit a space beyond the normal world. The bristling turrets of the towers serve a purpose. They bind the earth together, preventing the Scar from widening and tearing the world itself apart.
Welcome to Let's Play Pandora's Tower.
You're back. You made it.
Yes.
Thank you, Aaron. And you too, Mavda. Oh, this is wonderful. I can go back to my village.
Don't get too far ahead of yourself, young lady. The curse is far from being lifted.
Huh?
There, on your back. Not so long as that mark remains.
The curse hasn't been lifted. What do you mean? But I'm normal again.
Only for a while. So long as you have that on your back, the curse will slowly take hold.
You mean the meat? I can't stomach anymore.
Well, I'm afraid you're going to have to. Otherwise, things are only going to get worse. To think the maiden at the Harvest Festival would end up forced to eat meat.
Alright, we can now ask some questions to Mavda. And, well, we'll start from the top one, why not? Why is this happening?
Why, that's because of the curse, of course.
How about, why was Elena cursed?
Why, indeed. How would I know?
Figured you would know, but apparently not. Are any other cursed?
Why, yes. Poor Elena is not the first to be cursed in this way.
What happened to the others?
All sorts of things. Some fell into the hands of the Illyrian army and were dealt with.
Alright, ask another question. Reversing the changes.
All you have to do is to keep bringing beast flesh back from the towers. Though that will only weaken the curse, it won't hold it back forever.
What do you mean, weaken the curse?
When Elena consumes the flesh, her changes will reverse. But this respite is only temporary. If you leave her as she is, the poor girl's transformation will continue unabated. If you can't slow the curse's progress, she will never be human again.
And the old woman's name, even though I already know.
Remember it like a sieve. My name's Mavda, and don't you forget it.
I won't, thank you. Just who are you? What isn't on your back? Yeah, that's a good question.
Forgot already? Dearie me, I introduced you. This old fellow is my boon companion. He's rather shy and retiring, I'm afraid. Oi, you up there. That's right, isn't it?
Just who are you?
I told you this already. My people are the Vestra, and we are traveling merchants.
Alright, ask another question, but I think I'm out of questions, so we can proceed.
So this is to be my life? To be cooped up in here, eating foul flesh? Must I learn to live like this? Can I not lift the curse?
Lifting the curse, you say? Well, now.
Oh, do tell me, Mavda, please!
Aaron, you must head back to the towers. Deep within each one, a master awaits you. Defeat these masters and return here with their flesh. If Elena eats this flesh, the mark on her back will fade, and she may be human once more.
No! I won't hear of it! How can I ask Aaron to face such dangers for my sake?
Of course. That's easier said than done. Oh, that reminds me. I have a little something for you.
Really? What is it?
This belongs to my people. It's called the Erasmus Chain. And now to take just a little of Elena's lovely hair.
What?
It's for Aaron's sake. I take it this is your first time. Quite a sight, is it not? My people, the Vestra, are the heirs to a special power. We can control the chains of destiny, the invisible ties that bind people together. Aaron, hold out your hands. It seems you know what you're doing, so I will entrust this to you. Now, wherever you go, you will always be connected to Elena.
Alright, save prompt. I'll save, I don't care. This is the first episode. I can afford to save a little bit. Oh, I won't continue. What am I doing? The next morning. Alright, here we are. I wonder how Elena is. Find Elena with that. Yeah, in this game you have a dedicated creep button that you can hold to see where Elena is. Yeah, it's pretty weird, but that's how it works. Anyway, let's talk with Elena.
Good morning, Aaron. Yesterday was a long day, wasn't it? I'm still a bit dazed. But I think I'm alright. Thanks for worrying about me.
Chat and give gifts to enhance affinity. The couple's bond will influence fate. Yeah, what the game is trying to establish here is that we need to kind of build a bond between us and between Aaron and Elena. That is actually very important because it determines the ending of the game, whether you're gonna get the good ending or one of the multiple bad endings. Let's chat a little bit. Let's see what she has to say.
In order to lift the curse. But it's so dangerous for you, Aaron.
There's a bunch of dialogue that she can have.
Eating the monster flesh is the only way I can.
And some of them do raise affinity a little bit,
Stupid out there, all right?
but eventually she'll start repeating herself.
Is everything all right?
Yeah, when she starts saying, "Is everything alright? What's up? Yes, Aaron."
Is everything all right?
Yeah, at that point, that means there's nothing else to say, and you can just quit. We can give gifts to her, and there are some things that she likes and something that she doesn't. Namely, she'd like dried berry, for example, but, you know, strange grains, lump of metal, she wouldn't really enjoy those. And whenever you give a gift that she likes, like this one, for example, you can raise affinity.
Dryad berries.
But this one in particular,
Recipe that uses these berries. Want to try? How does it taste? Well, it's quite tart and sweet. It really cleanses the palate. I'll see what I can do, Aaron. I hope you like them.
this one in particular will trigger some special event. She will actually create some medicine for us we can use in the game. So I think I'm fine. I don't want to do anything else. I mean, definitely when you give in gifts, don't give like anything weird like this. If you do, you will lower the affinity by a lot, so try to be careful. If you're not sure whether an item is good for her or not, just don't do it. Maybe do other items that you know they're already, they're already good. Alright, that's it for this thing. I should speak to Mavla before heading to the towers. Yeah, definitely. Mavla's over here. Create, upgrade, buy and sell items. Mavla's our item shop, all-purpose shop actually. She does all things possible other than selling stuff to us.
Make yourself home. You'll be here for a while. You can't afford to wander too far. The army will be looking for you.
They're still after us?
Without doubt. But you're safe here.
What is this place?
This was the observatory the Illyrian army used to keep an eye on the 13 towers. But no one uses it anymore. I doubt they'll look here.
I've got you.
Quick on the uptake, aren't you? Well, that's how things stand. What do you need?
Alright, here we go. So there's multiple things map that can do. First of all, we can buy and sell. Yeah, you can buy and sell items here. You can buy gifts for Elena here as well. So there's a bunch of items. I'm not going to go over what those do because we're going to find them eventually in the game. You can sell items that you have for money. It's basic. Create repair. You can use materials to make equipment and items to repair ones that are broken. This is basically the crafting system of the game. You just select the top option, you get all, and these are the items that we can create right now. You get more items in this list, the more materials you find. For now, this is what we can make. Unfortunately, we cannot make any of those actually, because for all of those we're missing the materials. You can see materials needed there on the right side of the window. And unfortunately, we cannot make any of that. You can also select this one. You can basically select the material that you have, and the game will tell you, oh, with this thing you can do this, this, and that. But I mostly never use it. Just go for the top option and select what I want to create. Alright, let's go back. Repair, we don't need this yet. Basically, some items can break either from combat or from another stuff that I don't want to tell you what that is. And you can just pay money to get them back. And upgrade weapons, you can power up your weapons. There are multiple weapons in this game, and you can power them up to get more attack power out of them, or actually multiple combo attacks. We don't even know what combos are, but we'll get introduced to them later on in the game. We can talk to Mav as well. You'll be able to hear all sort of useful information here. Let's talk about the towers. See what she has to say.
The tower was once used to grow plants for food. The followers of the way of Ios eat no meat, so it must have been an important place. It's a fine irony that you've ended up going there in search of beast flesh, is it not?
All right. Let's do random chat, let's see.
Hunks of flesh you don't need. I'll gladly take them off your hands.
Yeah, this is a mechanic I'll explain later on. But not today.
Let's just say there's a market
But maybe next time.
for all sorts of things. Oh, and there's one more thing I should mention. Monster flesh is still just raw meat, so it will go off. I'm afraid I can't give you a good price for it.
Yeah, I know.
Before rushing off to another tower, come and see me with any flesh.
Yeah, this will be explained better next time.
Is there something else you wanted?
Is another mechanic? Okay.
Be sure to take
Oh,
this with
you got something for me?
You don't need to give me anything in return. We help each other out, you see.
Okay, this will be a recurring thing. We will find, either from Avda or around the tower or around the observatory, text that will tell us what's going on in the world. As you can see, this game doesn't really have any much of a backstory, at least in the intro. But you can build your backstory by finding text around the world, around the towers, observatory, or from Avda herself. And you can kind of piece together the backstory and what's going on behind the scenes. And a lot of stuff that has happened in the past. We'll see more of that later on in the next episodes. Let's read this. A harvest of horrors. Rumors have been running riot ever since the chaos that erupted the Harvest Festival. All the rumors share a common thread, that a maiden became a beast. The singer at the festival was transformed into a beast that bared its fangs at the assembled throngs. The Illyrian army have said nothing since announcing that no casualties had resulted, but they are thought to be not pursued of the maiden and her companions. What is the true story? All that we know. Okay, we can just skip this animation with A. I should make a record of all that happened so far. Yeah. You can save by going over here. You can now save. Well, I could actually save. An arrow will just right to the diary. And I'll continue playing for a little bit. There are more things that we can check out in the observatory. First of all, we have this trunk. This is basically our deposit. We can just deposit stuff that we don't use, and actually I'll do that. The best way to do it is that you go in all and press minus when you select an item that you want. You'll deposit all of them like that. I'll deposit my dried berries as well. And if you want to deposit more than, like, you don't want to deposit them all like the medicine, you can just press A, transfer to the trunk, and then you select how many. In this case, I just want to deposit 2. You have a limited bag, as you can see, because as you can see there on the right side of the screen, it says capacity 1 out of 30, so I can only pick out 29 more items. You will be able to increase that maximum, and that's actually really important. Anyway, we'll just go back, and let's go over here. There's a courtyard we can explore. Still part of the observatory. The stairs go up the roof and down to the cellar. Okay, nice to know that. Over here, you can usually find some items like dried berries. Later on, you'll find other things. But for now, you just get dried berries. You can just come back here every time you come back from a tower. And these birds will be here. They'll give you 1 or 2 dried berries. If they're not here, they can also be upstairs if it's night. And we have a roof. As you can see, there are more birds here. They do have a nest here at night, and you can harvest those dried berries from there if you want to. We have a nice view of the towers. More importantly, I want to go downstairs. There's a couple of things I want to check out there. Alright, this is the cellar. So we can find a lamp over here. This lamp can still be used. Elena would like it. Okay. Nice to know that. Over here, there usually is some text lying around. They're storing the chain. The Erasmus Chain is the treasure of our people, passed down from generation to generation. The power hidden inside this mighty chain grows and is the cornerstone of all the gifts and arcane abilities of our people. However, its power was not what it once was, and we cannot use it as our forefathers once did. For the Vestra to return to their former glories, the chain must be restored. Alright. Got that. We should look around here for other texts. Basically, every time you progress the plot a little bit, you will just want to go over here and check if there anything new popped up. Any text that Mavda does not give you, that you find around, you can actually sell to her. And she'll give you a good amount of money for that. Don't worry, you'll be able to reread any text that you find around the game anytime from the menu. So I'm just gonna go here and Mavda, and she'll know, I think. She usually knows when you have a text that you haven't sold her.
But be aware that the clock is always ticking in the towers.
Yeah, she's explaining mechanics that we won't even see today.
If you leave Elena too long, should you run low on time when seeking Master Flash?
Yeah, I'm just gonna skip this.
So that
Blah, blah, blah.
on to the Master's chamber. But you may have to pay well.
Okay, here we go.
It looks like you have some reading material. I'll buy that off you if it's all right with you. For this kind of information, I'm prepared.
Of course, this doesn't sell for a lot, but as later on in the game, she'll give us a lot more money. So she just basically just took it. You don't even get a choice if you want it or not, if you want to sell it or not. She just takes it. But that's a good thing. It's free money. Over here, we have a bed. We can rest here and restore our HP. In this case, we haven't lost any, so there's no need to. But you can choose to move the clock of a certain amount of hours. This is useful later on. I'll tell you why that is. But for now, we can just add outside. And this is the outside, the cliff that overlooks the towers. And if we go over here, we get a prompt that says go to towers. And if we press it, we can now see that we can move to the towers, which are basically where we spend most of the time adventuring and looking for the Master Flesh for Elena. But I think that's about it. We saw the basics of the game. We got acquainted with the observatory and its surroundings. And next time, we'll head to the first tower, the treetop tower, and we'll try to make our way to the top. See you guys then.